First case is Robert Lopez versus Bernard Carter, 45 CL 1509 MI 224. Yes, sure. Mr. Lopez, you want to raise your right hand and be sworn?
Yes.
You solemnly swear firm, tell the whole truth and nothing but truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can be seated.
Thank you.
For the record, can you state your name?
Robert S. Lopez.
And Mr. Lopez, did you assist at my office in preparing the verified petition for specialized driving privileges?
Yes.
And are all the contents of that petition true to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
You are 4 years of age?
Yes.
And you live on Pine Street, Sherville, is that correct?
That is correct.
And you're employed at Crop Forge in Cicero?
Yes.
You recently were in the Beardville Town Court and you pled to an OWI, is that correct?
Yes.
And as a result of that, and with 2 prior convictions within the last 2 years, also being major traffic offenses and reckless driving OWI, you are anticipating and will be suspended as an official, is that correct?
Yes.
You also received another suspension as a result of that conviction, is that correct?
Yes.
As a result of being suspended by the Beardville Town Court and the Bureau of Motor Vehicles, is that going to work a hardship behind you?
Yes.
And how is it that you get to work?
I have to drive.
And you live in Sherville and work in Cicero, is that correct?
That is correct.
Do you have any other way to get back and forth to work?
No.
Do you have any dependents, like your mother and father, that depend upon you to get back and forth to the store and places that they need to go take them back and forth?
Yes, they're up in the Grand Sevens.
Okay, and they're getting up in age, is that correct?
Yes, they're in the Sevens.
And we went through the exceptions where someone would be ineligible to receive a specialized driving permit. For example, if you were responsible for the death of an individual while you were operating while intoxicated and things of that nature, you would not been suspended for anything like that, or convicted for anything like that.
No.
And you do not have a suspension for refusal, is that correct? And so you're asking this court to grant you a specialized driving privilege or permit to go back and forth to work and for the necessities of life, is that correct?
Yes.
Another question. Oh, by the way, Your Honor, I have shown proof of insurance to the prosecution.
No questions, Your Honor.
You can step down, sir. Thank you.
Your Honor, it is correct. We have received proof of insurance, and however, based on the recent operating while intoxicating charges and convictions, we would ask that ignition interlock be a condition of specialized driver privileges being granted if the court is inclined.
Mr. Bowley?
We don't think that's necessary. Any incidents he's had with alcohol involvement not related to going back and forth to work and the necessities of life. He is. Can we first question one?
Sure.
I just wanted to let you know that a person in the prosecutor's office prosecuted this guy's wife for killing his children several years ago, and he's had problems, as a result of that. She basically beat his children to death. There was a big case here in Lake County. He's going through quite a bit. He's going through alcohol treatment right now. I think he's learned his lesson. I don't think he's
We clearly just entered in a conviction on, when was that, last month. So based on that, we do not feel comfortable having him on the road.
Yeah, you want to put it in.
Sure. Did you want me to put it in now, or
So you can write it in or send in another one, whatever you prefer.
okay? I mean, I could just write it at the end of the
That's okay. Grant, you can write it in and give it to me.
Okay.
All right. I'll grant the petition based on the condition that the interlock ignition is for 90 days. Okay. Hold on, he's writing it in the order, and then I'll do the next case. You can write it in the order, Mr. Foley. Okay, Roberto Bustos, 45 CR1, 1509 MI 225. You solemnly swear firm, tell the whole truth, nothing but truth, to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Please be seated.
Did you want me to finish with that other word?
No, you can go ahead with him, and then
For the record, can you please state your name?
Roberto D. Bustos.
Mr. Bustos, you have helped me in preparing a verified petition for specialized driving privileges. Is that yes, sir? And are the contents of that petition true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Recently, you were in the Maryville Town Court and submitted a plea agreement on September 21st. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
As a result of that plea, you have been suspended for 1 year. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, you're not an habitual.
No.
And you're 50 years of age.
Yes, sir.
You live at 7918 Chase Street in Maryville.
Yes, sir.
And you also work in Maryville at Mike Anderson Chevrolet. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you, as part of your employment, you sell new and used cars.
Correct.
In your employment, do you have to drive vehicles, sometimes drive customers around?
Yes, sir.
You also have to be in a vehicle while somebody's test driving the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so a license is very important for you to have in your employment, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
As well as getting back and forth to work.
Yes, sir.
Do you need a license for that as well?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any dependents that are dependent upon you?
Yes, I have a mother that has one fibrosis.
Okay. And do you take care of your mom?
Yes, sir.
Do you have to drive anywhere to help your mom either get medication or food or any necessities for life?
Yes, sir.
You've never received a specialized driving permit before?
No, sir.
And you're not ineligible for any of the statutory reasons that I mentioned in the other cases, is that right? And are you asking this court to grant your request for a specialized driving permit for the necessities of life and also for work purposes? Okay. And I also showed proof of insurance.
okay. Madam Prosecutor? Any questions? Thank you. You can step down.
Concurrent order in this as well.
Okay.
Your Honor, we have received proof of valid insurance. However, there has been a recent operating intoxicated conviction. It was entered as recently as September 21st of this year. And as a result of that, we will be asking for ignition interlock if the court is inclined to grant specialized driving permit.
Okay.
Well, he's not individual. It is relatively recent. But the offense didn't occur on September 21st. That's occurred prior to that. And it would be virtually impossible to install an ignition interlock in every vehicle he drives because he's driving the vehicles for, vehicles are being sold for customers, etc.
He's only got one, it's his only DUI.
No, he has priors, but they're over 10 years old.
Ignition interlock will not work because of the car, though, would ask that spring be provided in this case. I mean, this is a very recent, and I believe that this is a concern for us. One, that it's, being for it to be granted, but if it is, we're asking that there be some precautions in place due to the recent nature of the event.
Well, he's only had one, right? This is the only one in 10 years?
Yes, I mean, there have been several before that, but within within...
What was the one he had before this?
The one before this, there was two, and one in 2003 and one in 2002 before this. So this isn't the first time that this has occurred, but this is the most recent instance of this.
It's been 12, 13 years ago.
I'll grant his petition. I'm not going to require the interlock. He's only had one.
May I approach the postal orders?
Yes. Justin Sladen versus Bernard Carter, 45 CO1 1509 MI 234. Good afternoon. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear affirm to tell the whole truth, nothing but truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Please be seated.
Could you state your name, sir? Justin Sladen. Justin, you reside at 15255 Maytime in Houston, Arizona. Yes, sir. And you were employed at Menards in Maryville? Yes, sir. Some time ago, in 2010, you were categorized as an official traffic violator. Unfortunately, you have violated the terms of that, given the charging for the offenses since that time. Yes, sir. And an alcohol program as well. Yeah. Justin, you will be posting a specialized driving permit to allow you to go back and forth to work. Yes. And for the necessities of life with your family. Attending your visiting your child, she lives with her mother. Yeah. Attending her extracurricular activities. Yes, sir. Justin, the allegations, there's no violations of reckless homicide or house assaulting and death, no accidents. Judge, any other questions, please?
Okay, Madam Prosecutor. Sir, you can step down. Thank you.
Judge, I provided the state that there's insurance.
Okay.
Your Honor, we do have proof of valid insurance, and we would refer to the person's record at this time.
Court grants petition.
Thank you.
In order. Okay. Brito Martinez versus Bernard Carter, 45C01, 1509 MI229. Good afternoon.
Judge, I'm going to have to ask for resetting.
What date we're giving for?
Your Honor, we can give November 3rd. I'm
Yes.
sorry, yeah, November 3rd at 2 o'clock.
Is that good?
That's fine, the 10th.
Okay, November 3rd it is. Jennifer Joy, 45C01, 1509 MI227. You want to raise your right hand and be sworn? Do you solemnly swear affirm tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth to the best of your knowledge? Please be seated.
Jennifer, please state your full name,
Jennifer S. Joy,
date of birth.
9/23/86.
Your driver's license number is 17902986086.
Right.
And your last four digits of your social security number.
0796.
Where do you reside?
16 Hickory Boulevard, Colbert, Indiana, 46342.
You're here today asking the court to grant you a specialized driver's privilege, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Where are you in court?
Speedway,
Where is that located?
Central Avenue and County Line.
That's important to you.
Yes.
Now, Jennifer, you were determined to be a habitual traffic violator on 7/26/2012, is that correct?
Correct.
Now, your actual, that is for having 3 OWIs on the correct? Your final conviction, however, is not in 2012, but it was in fact 2010.
Yes.
So you have not consumed alcohol since the last conviction in 2010, is that correct?
Yes.
You did complete an alcohol program.
Yes.
Now, did any of your OWIs in the past involve any bodily injury to anyone? Was anybody injured in any accidents?
No, sir.
There was no, of course, no
No.
homicide or recklessness like that.
No.
So you're not statutorily disqualified on this license, is that correct?
No.
What are your typical work hours?
Sometimes I work 9 to 4, sometimes I work 4 to 10, 4 to 11. It varies.
How long have you been employed in the firm?
Since April of this year,
You also have children?
a 5-year-old and a 9-month-old.
Okay, and you're asking the court not only to grant you a specialized driving privilege in order to get to and from work, but also to help care for your children.
Yes.
School events, doctor appointments, and
Right.
any other necessities of life.
Right.
Now, you have a valid state photo ID.
Yes.
You have proof of insurance.
Yes.
You have that proof of state. Let me see that.
Yes.
Your Honor, say the word.
She can provide
We'll
it.
provide proof of that, Your Honor.
Right.
We'll provide proof of that.
Okay.
Madam Prosecutor, any questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
You may step down, ma'am. Thank you.
Your Honor, upon proof of valid insurance, we would ask that the grantee be stayed until proof is provided.
Right. It's okay.
I do see proof of valid insurance, and upon that, we would defer to the court's discretion.
Okay. Court will grant the petition. You have submitted already, you have an order.
I'll prepare one.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anderson versus Bernard Carter, 45 CO1, 1509 MI 228.
And Your Honor, for Ms. Anderson, if we could use that.
November 3rd.
Read this one, please.
November 3rd on Ms. Anderson. Okay, we have Antoine Robinson, 45 CO1, 1506 MI 134, same,
Same question.
November 3rd.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Senator Bellis. Let's see, what's this?
Since Attorney Campbell, we're just going to set it today. We did it with a fax.
Are they here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Chandler Chesney versus Bernard Carter, 45 CO1, 1508 MI 202.
Good afternoon, Your
Good
Honor.
afternoon. Ma'am, you want to raise your right hand and be sworn? You solemnly swear affirm, tell the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, to the best of your knowledge? Please be seated.
Ms. Chesney, can you please state your full name for the record?
Mara E. Chesney,
And what's your date of birth?
3/24/1978.
And how old are you?
37.
And what's your current address?
413 North Union Street, Hobart, Indiana, 46342.
Are you currently employed?
Yes.
And Brian?
Magnetics International Incorporated, 1111 Max Mobile Highway, Burns Harbor, Indiana.
Okay. And you're currently suspended by the Indiana Motor Vehicles for habitual traffic violator, is that correct?
Yes.
And the reason was, it's a 10-year suspension ending in April 22nd of 2024, is that correct? Yes. All right. And the reason for the habitual traffic violator status is that because you had been convicted of 3 operating while intoxicated within a 10-year period, is that correct? All right. I'd like to talk a little bit about the most recent one. Did that occur on April 13th, 2013?
Yes.
All right. And was that in Porter County, Indiana?
Yes, sir.
All right. And on that one, did you ever take a substance abuse treatment program? That's another part of the terms of your plea agreement with the court.
It was actually terms of release from the court.
Okay. Was there anything else that the court had required that you do?
I was on house arrest for 6 months. I had abuse for a year. Still serving probation. Alcohol classes.
Okay. Is there abuse for a year? Have you drank any alcohol since the date of your April 13, 2013 arrest? Now, the reason you're here requesting a specialized driving permit is that you can drive to and from work, is that correct? And is there any other means of transportation that you have to get to and from work? No. Okay. And without being able to drive, would that work an extreme hardship on your ability to earn a living?
Yes.
Do you have current insurance?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have previously provided the state with a copy of proof of insurance.
Okay.
Ms. Chesney, are you here today to request the court grant specialized driving privileges for the duration of your vehicle traffic violator term? No further questions, Your Honor.
No questions, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we have received proof of valid insurance. However, based on the recent nature of the operating while intoxicated conviction, we would ask that ignition interlock be a condition of the granting of the privileges in this case. Furthermore, we would object to the length of the granting of the privileges. I see that the request is for the duration that's up until what is it, 2024, and I mean, even if she had a valid driver's license, she would, normally have to renew before then, so we would object to the duration. We can revisit that another time, but we want to shorten the duration.
Your Honor, if I may respond?
Mm-hmm.
With respect to the duration, the legislature just left it up to the court's discretion as to the maximum amount of time it can be for the duration of the suspension, but no less than 180 days. So with that respect, Your Honor, we would request that it be approved for the duration, and of course, if there are any situations where she violates the terms, then of course I imagine that the court would certainly want to take a closer look at whether or not she's allowed to continue to have it. With regard to the ignition interlock request of the state, I think that that's inappropriate in this case, and the reason is because the effective date that's referenced most recent was all the way back to 2013, over 2 years ago. You heard Ms. Chesney state about how she had to do alcohol classes as well as antabuse for a year, and as the court knows, with the antabuse drug, if you consume even a drop of alcohol, it forces a violent reaction in your stomach and forces irritation. And Ms. Chesney has testified that she's been sober for the duration, and she certainly had to have been for that year of antabuse. So we think that ignition interlock under this circumstance is uncalled for, Your Honor.
All right. I will allow the duration, but she is to have the ignition interlock for 90 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You submit an order to council?
I did, Your Honor. It should be in the file. If not, you can bring copies of it as well.
We need to add that. Is the interlock in the order?
It is not in the order. Would you like me to prepare a form order back to the office and resubmit, or do you want me to handwrite it in?
You can do either one.
I'll handwrite it in. Mr.
All right, give me his order.
That's for that.
Okay. Next case is Jason Brandwell, 45C01, 1509 MI 213. Good afternoon. Do you solemnly swear affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Be seated.
Can you say your name for the record?
Jason Redwall,
And what's your name?
424-73.
You're here before the court today asking that the court grant your petition for a special driver's license. Is that correct?
Yes.
You understand that that license for purposes of going to and from work as well as for basic life necessities that enable you to support yourself?
Yes.
You're currently employed?
Yes.
And where are you employed?
Chicago Heights,
So what kind of work do you do?
electrical engineer.
And in the past you've held an Indiana license?
Yes.
And you don't hold a commercial driver's license?
No.
The reason for your suspension is that the DMG deemed you to be a habitual traffic violation, is that correct?
That's correct.
And that took place earlier this year?
Yes.
So that's alcohol conviction. When did that take place?
April 18th of this year.
This year? As part of your sentence for that case, did you have to complete an alcohol class?
Yes.
Have you done that?
Yes. I'm continuing also, yes.
And since that case, you haven't had any new alcohol-related arrests of any kind?
No.
And again, you're asking the court to grant you this privilege to be able to drive to and from work as well as basic life necessities to support yourself and your family.
Yes.
You currently own a vehicle, is that also correct?
Yes.
And you have valid insurance for that vehicle?
Yes, sir.
No further questions, Judge.
No questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You step down.
Your Honor, we do have proof of valid insurance. However, we would ask that if the court is inclined to grant the specialized driving privilege, that ignition interlock be a condition of that. There is a conviction as recently as August of this year.
Okay.
Judge, just briefly in response to that, Jason testified he has completed an alcohol class.
90 days.
May I approve the order, Your Honor?
Okay. James Todd Jr., 45 CON 1509 MI 214. Todd, you solemnly swear affirm tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
You see it?
Jim, can you state your name for the record?
James Todd Jr.
Does he have his
What's
order?
your date of birth?
12/15/1985.
You previously registered before the court today open the court branch your petition for a special practice license, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Necessity to support yourself and your family.
Yes.
You're currently employed.
I'm the same.
You're really employed.
AirTech Comfort Systems, I'm an HVAC service technician.
In addition to working, you just recently had a child too, is that correct?
Yes, she's 10 months old.
As far as your license suspension, you've been suspended since 2011, is that correct?
November 1st, 2010 was when I got my points.
And the DMV needed to be an official traffic violation, is that also correct?
Yes, it is.
In terms of alcohol conviction, your last alcohol conviction, when was that?
It was 2010.
As a result of that case, did you have to complete an alcohol course?
Yes, I did.
Did you do so?
Yes.
And since 2010, you've had no alcohol-related offenses.
No, I haven't.
You currently have a vehicle?
Not currently. I drive a work truck.
Is that, are you insured?
Yes, I
Under
am.
that vehicle, and the insurance is under your name, is that also correct?
Yes.
Okay.
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay, you can step down, sir.
Your Honor.
You have the proof.
Okay. I do see proof of insurance, Your Honor, and we will defer to the court's discretion in the matter.
Okay, court grant petition.
I vote in order, Your Honor.
Yes. Robert Forsell, 45 CON 1509 MI 215. Sir, do you solemnly swear firm, tell the whole truth and nothing but truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Please seated.
How do you say your name for the record?
Robert Alexander Forsell,
What was your date of birth?
2/17/1970.
And you're here to report today asking the court to grant you sufficient for a specialized license.
Yes, sir.
And in the past, you've held a valid Indiana license.
Yes, sir.
You understand that the purpose of this petition is to be able to grant your license to get you to and from work as well as necessity to support yourself and your family.
Yes, sir.
Your license is currently suspended because the DMV deemed you to be a habitual traffic violator, is that correct?
Yes,
And that was earlier this year.
last year.
In terms of alcohol offenses, black alcohol, that was also about 15.
Yes, sir.
As part of that, your sentence in that case, did you have to complete an alcohol program?
Yes,
Did you do so?
yes, I did.
Do you currently own a vehicle?
Yes, I did.
Is that vehicle insured?
Yes, it is.
The insurance is up to date?
Absolutely.
No further questions, Judge.
Okay, Madam Prosecutor,
No questions, Your Honor.
thank you. You can step down, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Your Honor, we do have proof of valid insurance. However, we ask that if the court is inclined to grant the specialized driver privileges designation, and there might be a condition. We do understand that a alcohol course was completed. However, due to the recent nature, there's actually been two within basically a 5-year window on alcohol-related conviction. And we do understand that the class was completed. However, they're still concerned due to the recent nature. And if he is in fact not consuming alcohol at this time, we will have no problem driving and proceeding forward with the additional.
Judge, I would just add that Bobby's completed what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to be on probation or something.
Do 90 days. 90-day. Sure. Is this what yours?
Yeah.
Theodore Felony, 45 CR1 1509 MI 212. Do you solemnly swear firm, tell the whole truth and nothing but truth to the best of your knowledge?
I do, Your Honor.
Please be seated.
Can you state your name for the record?
Theodore James Felly,
What's your date of birth?
124-1987.
You're here before the court today asking for court petition for special license.
Yes.
I understand that the purpose of this petition is to deal with the license to have people in the results. The basic necessities of what you're saying in the camera. Are you working right now?
I'm
Where are you working?
working for Safeway up at school in Michigan City.
In the past, you've had a valid ID?
Yes.
The reason you're suspended right now is because of being unhabitual traffic violator, is that correct? In terms of alcohol offenses, you were actually sentenced in 2013, is that correct? Yes?
Yes.
And as part of that sentence in that case, did you have to complete an alcohol class?
I did.
Do so?
Yes.
You currently own a vehicle?
I do.
That vehicle insured?
Yes.
Your insurance is up to date?
Yes.
How do you know, Judge?
Okay, Madam Prosecutor.
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, step down, sir.
Your Honor, we do have proof of valid insurance. However, we would ask that if the court is inclined to grant the specialized driving privileges, that ignition interlock be a condition of that. Our records show that there have been 2 alcohol-related convictions within the past 5 years.
What was the latest one?
2013 That's completed his alcohol program.
All right, 90 days. Yes. Jennifer Hostetler, 45 CON 1508 MI 201. You solemnly swear firm tell the whole truth and nothing but truth to the best of your knowledge? Please be seated.
Can you state your name for the record?
October 2nd, 1985.
And again, you're before the court today asking the court to grant you your petition for a specialized driver's license. basically getting at the purposes of this license to be able to get you to work and that's to support yourself. In the past, you hadn't had a valid license, that's all. Right? Your license has been suspended since 2015, right? The reason for your suspension is being a traffic violator. In terms of alcohol offenses, the last time you were arrested for any kind of offense involving alcohol was back in 2012, is that correct?
Correct.
And since that time, you successfully completed an alcohol class. You haven't had any further arrests since 2012. You currently have a vehicle. Is that vehicle insured? Is it up to date? That insurance is up to date?
Yes.
No further questions.
No questions.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we do have proof of valid insurance, so we need the price of the first discussion.
Okay, court grants petition.
May I approach the lecture, Your Honor?
Yes. Rodine, 45 C01 1506 MI 126. You swear firm tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth to the best of your knowledge?
I do, Your Honor.
Please be seated.
Well, don't you state your name for the record?
Boy, I'm Reggie,
And what's your date of birth?
2/1889.
The name you're going to say before today asking the court to grant your petition for a specialized license.
Yes.
And you understand the purpose of that petition is to be able to work from work and other basics of life to support yourself and your family.
Yes.
And in the past, you have held a valid Indiana license, that's correct?
Yes.
In terms of your suspension, you've been suspended since 2013, is that correct?
Yes.
The reason for that suspension is because the court, DMV deemed you to be a traffic violator?
Yes.
In terms of alcohol offenses, the last alcohol offense was in 2012, is that correct?
Yes.
As part of that case, as part of your sentence in that case, you had to complete an alcohol program?
Yes, a little more.
Okay, well, can you say a little more?
I did 7 months house arrest, and I did 6 months of breathalyzer after my house arrest.
In addition to your alcohol class?
Yeah, and 27 alcohol class.
And since that sentence has been completed, you had no new alcohol-related arrest?
No.
You currently have a vehicle?
Yes.
Vehicle insured?
Yes.
And insurance is up to date?
Yes.
No further questions, Judge.
Madam Prosecutor.
No questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we do have proof of valid insurance, and we would refer to the first discussion.
Then the court will grant the petition.
Thank you. May I approach the lecture?
Sure. David Copeland, 45 CO1 1509 MI 235. You solemnly swear affirm tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Please be seated.
David, you say your name for the record?
David Cecil Copeland,
What's your date of birth?
1/28/79.
You're here before the court today on your petition for a specialized license?
Yes.
And you understand the purpose of that license to be able to get to and from work, and to be able to support yourself and your family? In the past, you have held a valid Indiana license as well?
Yes.
As far as your suspension, the DMV recently just determined you to be an habitual traffic violator, is that correct? And that took place, as a matter of fact, just this month, right?
Yes.
In terms of alcohol-related offenses, when was your last alcohol? 2008?
Yeah, 2008.
And as part of that case, did you have to complete an alcohol class?
Yes.
Do so?
Yes.
And since 2008, we haven't had any new related to any kind of operating while intoxicated or anything with alcohol. Currently, you own a vehicle?
Yes.
Is that vehicle insured? And insurance is up to date? That's my question.
Madam Prosecutor. Thank you.
Your Honor, we do have proof of valid insurance, and we would refer to the first discussion.
Okay, how come they just now suspended him?
Judge, It was a matter where it's currently up on appeal, whether or not he's going to be habitual, and they've decided it's date of offense rather than date of conviction.
Okay. I'll grant the petition. Is that all one side? Okay. Okay. That's it? All right. That's it, right? All rise.